Hi, and welcome to the channeled messages for January. This is Corrie, if you're new. Coming in to do the energy forecast readings for each and every zodiac sign. I'm not doing an astrology report. I'm just using the zodiac signs as a way to be able to sort the energy. So this one is going to be for Gemini. Please remember, this doesn't replace any medical psychological advice. This is to be taken as entertainment only. And I'm not giving you a personal reading, so it may not resonate with you this month. And if it doesn't, it's not for you. Or sometimes we don't even know that it's resonating with us, because sometimes we don't know where we are in life, or we don't see what is happening around us. So when we are, so I'm giving you this message because it's part of Gemini. So sometimes we're so unaware of our surroundings, of our existence, that we're actually just existing, which is my whole work, more than existing, that we just get so caught up in the world and other people that we don't realize that the habits that we have are not really the healthiest of habits, even if they appear to be. That sometimes we don't see that we are, that we have these identities that we create, and we're like, oh, that's just the way we are. That's just the way I am. That's just what I've always done. Just because that's the way it's always been done doesn't mean it's good for you. It doesn't mean it's working. It doesn't mean that it's. So how many things in your life are on repeat, and how miserable are you, and how unhappy are you, and how much have you been able to disguise? And now you're finding yourself like not being able to disguise some of your insecurities, some of your fears, some of your, the greater things that start to appear. And I can tell you that from one human being to the other, that at 50 years old, I can honestly say that I've had to dismantle a lot of my own stories in the past couple of years and do my own healing and really take that journey. So you may find yourself stepping into that right now, Gemini. I feel like for some of my Geminis, I am picking up the heart. This is a year of heart healing. This is a time of stepping into the heart. I'm like, almost like secrets being revealed. I feel like some of you, just feels like for some of you are like coming out of the closet, like finally announcing, secrets and stories like of the past. It could be hurt. It could be things that have happened that you've just held in, suppressed feelings, emotions. And it's just like all of a sudden, it's like, you just feel like you can't keep it anymore. You can't hold it anymore. And even if you don't tell anyone else in the world, it's that whole saying, give it to God, right? Give it to the angels, give it out, like just let it out of you, whether you journal it, you write it, you journal it, you write it out, you roll it up, you burn it, whatever it is. It's about setting yourself free this year, not to feel this year. I'm working on January, but I'm talking 2022. Obviously, that's what I've been doing every reading. And so that's why they're taking me so long, I think. But it's just that sense of like, just getting it out of you. It's almost like you're this, like, we're opening up that diary that you haven't opened up in years. We're putting the key into the heart and we're opening up and finally like letting out, finally this sense of reveal. So it's revealing the truth of you. So it may be like, I'm behind the times, I'm getting on board with doing this, but you're not. It's like this is like a time of great awakenings, great awareness, great truth, of seeing the greatness that exists within, but also time to kind of break free. So, it's like if you've been trying to keep everyone happy and everyone else happy, and you're realizing that, well, that's not working for me and I'm just not happy, you may find yourself letting go of more than one thing. So if you're caught in any triangles or triads of relationships, you may be just saying, none of this is working for me. And I don't know what I think I was doing. And I don't know what I was trying to do, but nothing is working. And you're going to find yourself like probably moving away from a lot of that. Now, that may not be like love relationships. That could be trying to keep everyone in the family happy. Could be keeping like in-laws and parents happy. Like it's like you've been just trying to do everything. And so that's being called, that's being called up and forefront into the heart and just saying, is that working for you? How's that working for you? And so you're really going to be making a list and checking it twice this year. You're going to be really checking into the things that it's like, in coaching, we create a circle and then we put into the pie all the things in our lives, like family, health, relationships, job. We put everything in and we scale it from 0 to 10. Where are you right now? What's a priority to work on? What's important? So you're going to find yourself really scaling. I tell my students this in one of my, I think it's in the spiritual depression class that I teach. I'm like, create a scale every morning, scale your day. Like start out, where am I right now? Where would I like to be by the end of the day? So that instead of depleting your energy, you start increasing your energy. You start charging back up, finding ways and things to increase your energy during the day in where your, life throws us for loops. But when we keep increasing our energy, the things that would throw us for a loop if we have no energy to deal with it wouldn't affect us the same way. So the old ways that we would be triggered and pushing beyond the trigger wouldn't have the same response, because you won't feel the need to fight through it. It's like, you know what, I just can't, I don't have what it takes to deal with that today. So, but maybe I will, maybe tomorrow I will. So I'll put it right here and see if it's, and give it the priority that it needs when I have the energy to give it the priority that it needs. So there's, some real serious emotional maturity that's coming into play for the Gemini energy, really truly stepping into allowing yourself to set yourself free of and do the inner child work, the inner child healing that needs to be done, or the young adult healing that needs to be done within yourself, to recognize it, to recognize where you may have been trying to be too super independent, where you may have also been trying to be the everything for everyone, and really, narrowing it down to, where do I fit into this? Or have I been very, very self-centered? And by that, what I mean is feeling like, my job is to be the martyr. My job is to be the savior. My job is to be all of this for everybody. So you've given yourself some claim to fame by being the one that everyone depends on. And it's like, that's not really, that's serving you. That's serving you being able to gaslight, self-sabotage, stay the victim of your stories, or stay in control. And so that's really, truly like narrow. You're going to be kind of faced with some of this and narrowing it down this year. I don't know why I just got this one. I'm like, somebody's stove is giving out. Somebody's going to have to buy a new electrical range or gas stove, whatever it is. I'm like, somebody's stove is about to short circuit. Somebody's stove's about to go. So if you've been having issues with your stove, don't fiddle with it. Don't play with it. Unplug the effing thing and get a new one. Get it looked at, get it fixed, whatever it is. But I'm like, I just see a stove issue. And I'm like, that stove issue can become bigger than it needs to be if you're too stubborn to just say, no, it'll last another month, or, oh, it's another good for, no, it's not. No, it's not. It's got to go. I don't know what that is. I don't know why that's so important, but that just popped in. I do, like I said, and I'm going back to the heart. I do feel some heart issues here. So I don't know if there's a long line of like heart issues within your family, and that you've been of course, we've been through a freaking pandemic. But I don't know if you have some heart issues that are in your family and around, and someone's talking with their hands here. But I'm like, I have that also coming up for you, that you have, that be aware. So exercise and healthy eating should be on the top of your list this year. Stress needs to be on the top. Dealing with stress needs to be on the top of your list. If you have cortisol issue, so in our stress hormone rises when we're just so over the top in stress. And so that's like the cortisol level. And I'm not a doctor. I'm not a psychologist. Don't say that Corrie said, start taking this. Go, get your physicals. Get your physicals. And I tell everyone this, you should always have a great doctor, a great psychologist. You should always have a great life coach. I work in the great life coach part. And so, and that mentor, right? To be able to be mentored and guided. And sometimes, some of my mentors are not people who have more, that may not have more training in any more than I do, but they're people that truly can call me up and out on my own bullshit. And sometimes you just need to be called up and out on your own bullshit, like not taking care of your health. So self-care is not pretty. Self-care can be ugly. Self-care means that you got to face the things you don't want to face. And it's hard to face the things you don't want to face, but it's the year and the time, and coming into 2022, it's time to start putting that into perspective for yourself and really looking at it this year. Also for my Gemini, I do have connecting into the higher self, not connecting into the higher self. I have some spiritual connections, some sense of like, it just feels like judgment time is upon you. And it's like anything that has been taking you away from faith, away from your spirituality, away from being connected to spirit, and you've been so caught up in the material world or so caught up in the human world that you forgot that you're a spirit first. So we're a spiritual being having a human experience, and you forgot that, and you're all caught up in the human, in the mind. So in that mental mind, the physical body, you've been putting a lot of emphasis into those places, like, oh, I got to build big muscles, I got to get strong. But in the meantime, that spiritual connection is weak, or it's not, you can have all the muscles you want. You can get as big and ripped as you want, but the shitty part of your life, the undealt with, the unseen parts of your life will not get any better, no matter how much you distract from it. Get focused this year. It is so important, Gemini. Get focused, get real, get honest, get true, get authentic, get back into the authenticity of you, and start to look at, what do I need to do? Start balancing out the scales. There's like this judgment. So it's the sense that, we're good at telling other people what to do and judging other people or looking in, but are you very good at, are you your biggest bully? Are you your biggest critic? Are you the biggest distraction of your own life? And it's time to really get this clear, because this year is a 6 of Pentacles. It is 6, and it is about balancing the scales. How much giving and receiving are you doing? How much are you putting out there? Really, truly balance in food, balance in time spent on social media news. Get out of it all. Pay really close attention. You have the Empress, and that Empress, she oozes out that femininity, and she's also a 3. So she's that major arcana. So you got major life events, and I just feel like major life events in the past, major life events in the forward, but you have right now. So right now, there's nothing major that has to be decided, because any major decisions you need to make, you need to be in the right place to make them. You have to be the major decision. And so she's coming in with that whole energy, and I'm going to tie her into stepping into like passion, fire, the gentle kindness, the feminine energy, but also taking that journey around, like having taken the cycle around, like been through all stages, your trips around the sun, everything that has really truly taken you to this point that you're holding that pendulum of your life. You are the pendulum. You're the swinging pendulum. You're the oracle. You're the guru. You're the healer, and you're being held accountable for your own journey this year. And it's about, being the nurturer, being that mother energy to yourself, being the father energy, not waiting for someone else to do it, not holding anyone else responsible and accountable. Double digits. So we have 20 and double digits. We have 20 and we have 3. So, right, 2 X's, 3 strokes. So I'm just like, and then we have green, and it's healing. So I'm not reading tarot, just so you know. I'm like channeling through here. And so they're allowing me to use the cards, pictures to translate some of this over into a human way of putting it. So the light is shining up on the sacral healing, up on the sacral and the solar plexus. It all comes down to the story we tell, the emotions we harbor, the energy we're stuck in, the person we're trying to be, and being softer and gentler and kinder, like opening up that secret diary and looking through it and being able to burn the pages, let go of the past stories, and to be able to start to gain some sense of self-worth and self-healing without having to put on an act, without having to act strong. But it's all around the heart. Do the work down here that needs to be done. So this may be weight loss too. Not even gonna lie. This may be some weight loss. This may be about taking off the protection in the sacral and the solar plexus, and being able to get heart centered and health and heart healthy and mind healthy is so important, because, and also very spiritually connected. So the crown chakra opening up. So this is in alignment to all the chakra energies. I haven't really come into the throat. I don't know why I haven't brought up the throat, but it's not really there. So maybe it's that this is not such a priority. You've been kind of trying to talk your way through a lot of things and not talking. This is silence. This is going inward. This is an inward journey. It's a personal journey this month, this year. And it's time for you to start making that your priority. And it's like judgment has been passed, that it has to be about this for you. And I hope in some way this helps you this month. Much love. Have a beautiful month. And I'm going to get the sun. I got to close the curtains. I will see you in February. Much, much love. Bye-bye.